Hey everyone, today we're going to be walking through our platform Blyyss. First we land on this first page where you're able to change your applicable language and make sure that the platform is going to be the easiest to interpret for you. Once you have your language selected, you can start clicking through these screens, an overview really of what the Blyyss platform offers. Then you're going to be prompted to create an account. Creating an account allows us to save your data and really just recommend much better fit stores, sales, things like that. And then you're allowed to personalize kind of your preferences, any dietary restrictions, how many people are you shopping for, and then a quick privacy policy to abide by. And then you can choose to give us your location to allow us to match the best fit store for your grocery needs. First, we land on our main list page. This is what everything's going to tie back to. You see me type in apples here. That's really just to show that you can type in, add anything you want to your list. On the left side here, we have our meal plan. You're able to play with this by selecting the store you're already planning to go to and basically finding these meals that are built 100% around sales. Here I really like the barbecue chicken thighs with potatoes and greens, so I'm going to go ahead and actually favorite this item. You can see that we prorate the values to show you how much it's really costing per person as well as for all of the items in total. You're allowed to subtract any items you already have off of this. You can browse the recipe or the instructions, as well as check out some of the nutritional values and estimates we provide. Once you're satisfied and you're actually decided that this is a meal you want to have, you can click Add to Meal. And once you add it to your meal plan, I'm going to go ahead and actually favorite one other to really show the basket comparison. But these meals actually get added to that list that I said that we're going to go back to. And that list is what we're going to use at the end to compare. So whether you already know the items you want to add, or you want to browse the flyers to actually find the most affordable apples that are on sale this week. Whatever it may be, that or meals, everything's going to link back into this groceries tab, which you see is now getting filled with our list of specific items that we're looking for. Finally, if you have a list that you're going to be doing week in, week out, you can actually go ahead and click the Save Current List button. Name it. Here we're going to call it the Blyyss List Weekly. And once I'm satisfied with that, I can save it. And if I ever want to come back, I can just click Load to get these same items added, or I can trash it if I want to create a new list. Once I'm satisfied with the list, I can click Compare Stores. And what we're going to surface here are 1 or 2 stops. You can see that if you're only willing to take 1 stop, you'll get 9 out of 10 items on sale. And this is given by our specific Blyyss pick, which is used by factoring in the actual cost of the items, the cost in terms of time, how long is it going to take you to get there. But if you wanted to filter by specific stores, you can filter by big grocer or by local grocer. In this instance, we're going to go with the Blyyss pick. You can also filter by your mode of transportation to get a better understanding of really how far that grocery store is going to be away from you, as we do have a Google Maps link at the bottom. Finally, you can see that one item wasn't able to be found at this week's flyer, and that was already told to us in the initial screen. You can see that if you're willing to go for 2 stops, it really does add a lot of time, but you're able to get all 10 out of 10 items on sale, and they're at the best sale price that we were able to surface for you. Finally, click Open in Google Maps once you're satisfied with your list, and that's all you have to do. Go get those sales. Next, we're going to touch on our Blyyss Resource Map. This is for food banks and other community non-for-profit organizations across the province where you're able to select what you're looking for. So whether it's a food hamper, a food basket, or a food bank, or any other support services, you can actually filter by what you want, where you want it, and when you want it. Then this map is just a simple drag and drop. You can either double click to zoom in, or you can click the plus or minus buttons in our top right hand corner. And then once you're able to just get in there, you can play around, scroll around until you find an organization that fits for you, whether it's hours, which you'll see are listed here, the description, the specific services, as well as other applicable links if you want to learn more. And what's different is this map is actually kept up to date by the organizations themselves so that you guys can trust that what you're seeing is going to be live. You also have the ability to search by name. So if I already knew I wanted to go to Parker Street Food and Furniture Bank, I could actually go ahead and input that just by the search feature and ensure that the hours that I thought they were open really are when they're open. And we come back to the main screen. Finally, we're going to surface some other things like sign in or location. You can always click those on the main screen on the top left to change them if you want, or you can go into our settings here, change things as needed. This is also where you can access the language feature and select your most applicable language. Thank you.